By 1945, the Nazis were on the run. The Allies were flying high and about to roll over Germany's flat western borders. But in the deep southern heartland of Hitler's Reich loomed the threat of the unknown. Fears grew of a last-ditch Nazi fightback in the Alps.
In terms of a defense, it was an ideal place to defend yourself. This was high mountains, very difficult terrain. How could you wage a war with tanks there? Almost not possible. Very low experience from the Allied side to wage a war in this mountain region. A lot of experience from the German side, a lot of elite troops there. They knew there were a lot of SS troops in Austria, so uncertainty.
Amid such uncertainty came evidence of the Western Allies' worst fears. Neutral Switzerland bordered part of the German Alpine region. The American intelligence chief in Bern, Alan Dulles, had a grim report. It suggested that a fanatical elite was massing in the mountains. A hardcore led by those with death heads on their caps. The merciless SS would spearhead a desperate guerrilla war from an Alpine fortress.
It was the very fact that the Bavarian and Austrian mountains seemed to lend themselves so well to guerrilla warfare that this horrible idea, because it represented a nightmare for Allied military strategists, that this horrible idea started to gain currency.
The horrible idea was an ultimate nightmare for the advancing Allies. An Alpenfestung, or Alpine fortress, extending into northern Austria. Defended by thousands of troops, steeling themselves for a final do-or-die fight for the fatherland. Their fingers on the triggers of an arsenal of secret weapons hidden in crags and crannies.
At this time, in January 1945, they didn't know what was going on when they entered Germany. And they were taken by surprise by the Battle of Bulge, was a German counterattack in December 1944. And they didn't expect that. So the question was, yes, we have won the war. This is clear. But, I mean, are we able to cross the Rhine? Are there some secret weapons still? Is there somehow a secret counterattack prepared? So it was all uncertain.
Uncertainty and fears of so-called wonder weapons were understandable. The Germans had already developed ballistic missiles and jet planes. And other, more fearsome, more destructive horrors were on Nazi drawing boards.
What the Allies decided to do was to be prudent, to assume, given Hitler's nature, given the fanaticism of the SS and the fact the SS probably controlled the German state by then, to prepare for the worst. The Alpine Redoubt was the worst. It was the worst case scenario that anyone could imagine, and they felt they had to prepare for it.
Some tunnels and bunkers had already been excavated in existing salt mines. Even today, the crumbling remains of the would-be Alpine fortress are well hidden. One tunnel complex near the Austrian city of Salzburg was to be the command center of the Nazi Alpine fortress. Such tunnels were also used to build planes and rockets, as Allied bombing reduced conventional German factories to rubble.
This is where, according to the plans for the Alpine fortress, the high command of the SS would have been situated, led by Himmler. Himmler's documents in Berlin were already packaged and addressed. The complex extends over 6,000 square meters, and the plan was for 22,000.